In the NFL, where the average career length is just a little over 3 years, a big contract can make or break a proposition. But what makes a contract big exactly? And who are the players that have signed the biggest deals in NFL history? Well, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the biggest NFL contracts of all time, from the most lucrative deals to the biggest busts. So, if you're a fan of the NFL's biggest stars, or maybe you're just curious about how much these guys get paid, trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. Davante Adams. Davante Adams got drafted by the Green Bay Packers in the second round of the 2014 NFL Draft to now, and it's been one heck of a ride for this guy. He burst onto the scene and made everybody's jaw drop with his incredible skills, and quickly earned the honor of being named into the Pro Bowl each of the last 4 seasons. In 2021, he took his opponents to a merry-go-round with a career-high of 123 receptions for 1,553 yards and 11 touchdowns. Talk about being the ultimate touchdown magician. And it seems that his magic wasn't lost on the Raiders either, as in March 2022, they couldn't resist and decided to make a trade for Adams, giving him a 5-year, $140 million contract with an average salary of $28 million. It's the second largest contract ever given to a wide receiver, right behind Tyreek Hill's whopping average annual salary of $30 million with Dolphins. Adams might just need a bigger piggy bank with all that cash. In his first season with the team, Adams went on a touchdown rampage, catching 100 passes for 1,516 yards and 17 touchdowns. There's no wonder he was named the Pro Bowler for the 5th time this career. And for that much of a massive contract, well, Adams is making pretty sure to prove he's worth every single penny. He's not just a game changer, he's practically a touchdown machine. And if this continues, who knows? He might even lead the Raiders all the way to the Super Bowl. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is worth a whopping $230.5 million. And look, that's just not pocket change. That's a quarterback's dream come true. When the Cardinals drafted him in the first round of the 2019 draft, they must have seen the dollar signs in their eyes as they had stumbled upon a hidden treasure map. And can you blame them? I mean, seriously, Murray was a dynamic dual threat quarterback right out of Oklahoma and left defenders in a state of confusion, wondering if they were playing against one or two quarterbacks at the same time. Now, this contract is absolutely no joke. It's good for 5 years and is worth a whopping $230.5 million with $160 million guaranteed. You'd think they were paying him in doubloons or maybe buried treasure, but hey, the Cardinals believe that he is the franchise quarterback that they've been searching for years for, and with that much money, they're hoping he's going to have that Midas touch on the field. And so far, Murray has definitely shown a lot of promise. In 2020 alone, he led the Cardinals to their first playoff appearance in years. And in 21, he kept the doubters at bay with impressive numbers, throwing for 3,787 yards and 24 touchdowns, and even rushed for 423 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's kind of like a quarterback and running back rolled into one. Nevertheless, Murray is still young and has a lot of potential going for him. If he continues to play at this high of a caliber, he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL for years to come. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Ah, yes, the quarterback with a Midas touch himself. Drafted by the Seahawks in the 3rd round of the 2012 NFL Draft, he quickly proved that he was way more than just a diamond in the rough. He was a sparkling gem on the field, landing the Seahawks to not just 1, but 2 Super Bowl appearances and nabbing a championship along the way. That's kind of like finding not just 1, but 2 pots of gold at the end of the rainbow. In 2019, the Seahawks must have been so eager to keep their treasure that they offered him a 4-year, $140 million extension. I bet he couldn't sign that contract fast enough. But hold on here, it's not over yet. As in 2022, he was traded to the Denver Broncos, and they had decided to go all in and offered him an eye-popping 5-year, $242,588,232 contract extension. Wow. Now, the Broncos are banking on Wilson's incredible talents to lead them to the Super Bowl, but hey, so far so good, as in his first season with the Broncos, he's been slinging touchdowns like he's handing out gold coins, throwing for 3,524 yards and 16 touchdowns. He's practically a touchdown-spewing volcano. Of course, it is still way too early to say if this contract will be a long-term success, but with Wilson at the helm, the Broncos are feeling pretty hopeful. If he can continue to play at this level, they might as well start planning the Super Bowl parade early because they are going to be contenders for years to come. Josh Allen. Josh Allen has become the quarterback who went from a raw prospect to a polished diamond in the rough. When the Bills drafted him in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft, some folks did have concerns about his accuracy and decision-making. They probably thought he threw touchdowns to opposing teams' defenses as a sign of friendship, but hey, Allen has quickly proved them wrong and showed that he does have talent. In his rookie season alone, he threw 12 interceptions, which must have made his coaches do double takes like they were watching a magic trick gone wrong. But by his second season, he did start to improve and perfect his act, reducing those interceptions and tossing 20 touchdowns. Then in 2020, Allen's growth was nothing short of magical, as he had thrown for 4,544 yards and 37 touchdowns. The Bills finally made it to the playoffs for the first time since 2017, which gave the management as well as the fans a big sigh of relief to know that they were finally in good hands. And when you think he couldn't surprise us even more, in 2021, he kept raising the bar with 36 touchdowns and 15 interceptions, which made the Bills decide to reward him with a big contract at 6 years and a whopping $258 million. He's right now the third highest paid quarterback in the NFL, behind Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, who are already considered GOATs of the game. So far, the contract has paid off for both Allen and the Bills, as Allen has continued to improve as a quarterback and has led the Bills to 2 consecutive playoff appearances. The Bills are now one of the most dangerous teams in the AFC, and they're poised to make a deep run in the playoffs in the near future. Lamar Jackson. When it comes to a dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson, who's the quarterback out of Louisville, has defenders looking like JV squads whenever he's out and about in the pocket. When the Baltimore Ravens had drafted him in the first round in the 2018 draft, he quickly emerged as one of the most exciting players in the league. And that's all thanks to his ability to read the field and beat teams with his arms and his legs. He's like a quarterback and a running back all rolled into one. Talk about having your cake and eating it too. And in 2019, he became the youngest quarterback to win the NFL MVP award by racking up a whopping 3,127 yards in just passing alone, plus 36 touchdowns to go with that incredible arm, and not to mention an incredible 1,206 yards rushing, plus 7 touchdowns on foot to top it all off. The Ravens definitely got a steal of a deal with Jackson. Then came that massive extension in 2023 with a whopping $260 million over 5 years with $185 million guaranteed. That should be enough cash to time over for a brand new crib and a fancy set of wheels. And boy, has that contract paid off, as Jackson has been playing at such a high level that it's like he's wearing rocket-powered cleats on the field. Defenders just can't catch him if they tried. The Ravens may have some fierce competition, but with Jackson leading the way, the Baltimore Ravens might as well have a shot at getting a seat in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes. Finally, at the top of our list, the biggest NFL contract is Patrick Mahomes. No quarterback has a contract that's so big, it could probably pay for its own zip code. When the Chiefs had drafted him in the first round in the 2017 NFL Draft, little did they know they were getting a quarterback that could throw touchdowns like he was handing out candy on Halloween night. Talk about a trick-or-treat delight for Chiefs fans. And for his first full season as a starter in 2018, it was nothing short of spectacular. He threw for 5,097 yards and 50 touchdowns. It's no wonder that he won the NFL's Most Valuable Player and Offensive Player of the Year award. And since then, Mahomes has continued to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. It's like he got his magic playbook with the perfect plays for every situation. He's ended up leading the Chiefs to not just one, but 2 Super Bowl appearances and winning Super Bowl 54 in the process. And speaking of winning that same year, Mahomes ended up signing a 10-year, $450 million contract extension with the Chiefs, making him the highest paid player in NFL history at the time. But hey, the Chiefs didn't just hand over all that treasure for nothing. Mahomes is one talented quarterback, and with a strong arm, great mobility, and the ability to make plays under pressure, Mahomes is leading the Chiefs all the way to another Super Bowl and winning AFC West titles left and right by making the playoffs in 4 seasons. It's like they turned Arrowhead Stadium into a touchdown theme park. So watch out, NFL, because with Mahomes on the field, it's like the Chiefs are saying, touchdowns are on the menu.